Hello, everyone, and welcome to episode 6 of Gracefall, Iridescent Danger Glade. Thank you, Spellcheck, because I can't spell iridescent. Last time, it's been a month. So last time, two Warforged, members of the camp, and one humanoid walked into the Iridescent Danger Glade while attempting to do some lumberjacking around the area. Oh boy, that's fine. Sorry, Darth Jiggles. I know the overlay is slightly different than it was before, than it was for Task Force Unlikely. Oh, do you mean? Oh, they're also yes. Also, 3 people are in different locations, like different rooms, depending on when you last watched. That is also true.
Well, he knows about me.
Yeah, physically,
also,
yes.
That.
Yes.
Oh, you mean like in real life different?
Yeah, in real life, there's 3 people in different rooms. At least it's a different angle than normal.
Different angle.
They're also moving too, so...
If you want to wait an hour, I can get back to my other room.
Oh.
It'll take a while, though.
I'm the same. You can see me journey across my room from the very start of the stream. I used to be over there, and then I was here, and then I was back over there.
So you're going to figure out how to set up your computers in your bookcase.
Oh, that'd be fun. Okay. Last time, 2 Warforged and a humanoid went into the Iridescent Danger Glade. There was lumberjacking to be done. Exactly, Darth Jiggles. There was lumberjacking to be done. And it went well for the Warforged. It supercharged their battery. It almost did, as we were discussing simply a second ago off stream, a factory reset on their battery. It was like they were brand new. Whereas for poor Akani Redshirt, they melted/popped. And the only thing that remained were their bones, which seemed to have turned to residuum, which is a fantasy element that can do whatever I need it to. No, it can do... it usually is used to make batteries and crystals and magic items. It powers these kind of things. But this also supercharges spells, these bones, which we found out in the episode. It has been... we've passed through the night. And we wake up the next morning. There was some talk of going to investigate the Danger Glade yourselves. You've had a month. I don't know if that's still what you want to do. Or if you'd like to do something else, tell me now so we can do it. But otherwise...
I think we gotta take a look at the Iridescent Danger Glade, guys.
I will stand at the border of the Iridescent Danger Glade and throw rocks.
That's right. We're going to have half the episode, 2 people over here. Half the episode, 2 people over here. What'd you find?
I think I can send...
here?
I think I can send Spicy with the 2 Warforged, because technically Spicy is not alive. Spicy is a fire elemental.
So,
I think.
Yeah, they're not... let's see.
What is the Iridescent Danger Glade going to do to that hedgehog?
Features and traits. Let's see. Summon Wildfire Spirit. To summon your Wildfire, blah, blah, it appears...
Also, I liked what I just said so much, I'm going to make it my Discord status. It's just so amazingly out of context.
Completely fair.
But what is it? But what is it? What is it, D&D Beyond? Here we go. Small elemental. You are correct. Okay, so it's not a humanoid, and also, if it dies, you can just resummon Spicy. So, well, I accidentally rolled Produce Flame. You did 1 damage with Produce Flame.
Yay! Good job, Spicy.
I had a note thing around here. Where did it go? Got it. Okay. Okay, so you all head to the Danger Glade. I'm glad I wrote down something that makes absolutely no sense. I mean, would I ever kill Spicy? Can Spicy die? Or is Spicy
can't
simply
stay dead?
shunted from this plane back to the plane of fire before they are resiled? Who could say?
Gonna yeet that hedgehog into the fire flame.
Well, we would all be disappointed in you either way, so.
I'm glad to know I have everyone's support.
I just can't get the
Any of
image out
us?
of my
We'll be
mind.
sad if you kill any of us. Don't get me wrong, but if you kill the hedgehog, we're gonna be disappointed.
Just the image out of my head of the hedgehog passing the threshold of the Danger Glade and then just falling.
Poor Spicy. Okay.
Oh my god. Oh, okay.
Okay, so you all head to the Iridescent Danger Glade, and not much has changed since the last time y'all were here. Other than
Yes, iridescent as ever.
it is the only thing that's really different. This is fine. It's not important. Oh, there it is. Turn more interns into enchantment goo, Marty says.
No, we're not going to
What do you
do
think
that.
we are,
We're not,
King?
we're not
No.
going to do that.
The hedgehog, Darth Jiggles, is Spicy, is part of Wynne's the fire druid circle of wildfire. They get to summon a little fire spirit, and Wynne's is a hedgehog named Spicy, and battle form is extra spicy.
Was it established before now that Spicy is a fire elemental? I forget.
No, I don't think so.
I don't think so, because I didn't realize that necessarily, but the rules do contextualize and say they're a fire elemental. So,
Whoa, that's a fire elemental.
yeah.
I mean, oh, God, Smoke's a fire elemental.
But to your eyes, it does just look like a red and orange.
Oh, it's a hedgehog.
Hedgehog. Hodge.
That's right.
Hot egg.
Hodgehog. I can't talk.
Words
Okay.
are hard.
They are hard. And we should all think about that for a while. Anyway, so the Iridescent Danger Glade is basically changed, but you can see a couple of the trees have ribbons wrapped around them, marked for lumberjacking. And that's about it. You can see some equipment has also been left here by Styx Titan and Akani. Fairly basic stuff. A backpack, axes, those like cleat shoes you can use to climb trees, sort of, they help you climb trees. And pitons or pitons or pittons. Take your pick. What would you all like to do?
Okay, I have a
All them
question.
Titans.
I have an answer, I hope.
What is the photographic memory I can give something with magical tinkering? One of the Artificer class features.
Let's take a look. It's in a book.
It says I can use it to have an object portray a static visual image. But how many images can I have it remember, and can I have it cycle through them? Because if I can pretty much just put a camera on Paulette and have one of the Warforged carry her in.
That actually doesn't sound so
visual
bad.
images appear. Okay, so
I'm sure Clang. Oh,
a static visual effect appears on one of the object's surfaces. The effect can be a picture, up to 25 words of text, lines, and shapes, or a mixture of these elements as you like. So I'm pretty sure every time you use it, I think you just get to pick something new. And one time is equal to you. If you exceed... You... The chosen property lasts indefinitely.
Or until I hit my intelligence modifier.
Oh, okay, I see. So, yeah, I think you could... You can end it early. To a single... Okay, so yeah, so you can create an image every time... A different image every time you use it. But... So your maximum would be your intelligence modifier. Of how many different objects and pictures you could pick. Does that make sense?
Oh, shoot. Yeah. It was a good idea, but 2 pictures isn't going to be particularly useful.
Yeah, 2 pictures are 50 words, basically.
We'll be all right without your projectile launching contraption, but perhaps I could carry it if you need me to. Hello?
Yes, that's an option.
Claire is mostly just looking back and forth between Clangley and the Iridescent Danger Glade, like, just with ever, like, slightly rising panic and confusion.
I'm ready to head forth to adventure and so forth, and whatever my catchphrase is.
We're workshopping it. I'm sure we'll find something by the end of this campaign.
I like that one. Whatever I've previously established, that's one.
Yes, everyone knows my previously established marketable catchphrase. Now available at cooltshirts.com. It's not. Don't go to cooltshirts.com. It's probably a spam link.
Probably a website. It's probably not one you want to go to.
Yeah.
Well, also, there goes our sponsorship deal.
Sorry, cooltshirts.com.
I'll shill.
Well, Paulette, have fun. Good luck. Be back in an hour. And Paulette's going to fall off of Issabel's arm, climb up Clangley like a spider, and perch on top of his hat.
I vent steam out of there, actually. Perhaps the shoulder would be more preferable.
To the side of Clangley's hat.
Go.
That will do.
Really unbalance you as you try to walk.
Yeah, and
Oh dear, oh my.
And for reference, Paulette is your turret. It's got like spider legs, and it's very steampunky, mechanical. How big is it?
It's tiny.
Tiny. Okay, good.
Well, it's tiny. That's probably not.
Yeah, that's also the size of Spicy. Spicy is also tiny, I think.
Yeah. Probably. I don't know. I don't have my character sheet up.
I did. Here we go. Oh no, it's small. Okay, but it's still not very big. Okay.
Have fun. Good luck. Be back in an hour because that's how long your battery lasts.
Okay.
All right, then. Let's go.
So, yep, Clangley moves forward into the glade.
Claire is very, very...
Claire, if you need something to help you out, and Wynne will hold out Spicy to her.
Can he go in? Huh?
I think he's just made out of fire, so it's okay.
Okay. Right, I can't be burned. Right, okay. She'll take him and it's like, hi, you.
Yeah.
And it's just like kind of holding him very carefully. He'll walk into the danger glade.
Spicy does like a couple circles like a cat and then just kind of settles.
She's like now she's more concerned about this little fire elemental than she is herself. So she's like going through in like the way that Sophie in Howl's Moving Castle goes with like Calcifer trying to exit the castle, where it's her first and she's just holding him out until her hands are the last thing left and she pulls him in.
Perfect.
It's very awkward to watch.
It's uncomfortable. Okay. So you two enter. What would you like to do?
Like to first survey my surroundings in the most explorer-like fashion possible.
Okay.
Claire braces for some kind of explosion.
Yeah, Spicy just kind of starts smelling. That's about it. So give me a perception or investigation check, Clangley. And Claire, if you would either like to help or make a check of your own, you may.
I will make a check of my own.
Okay. I assume Clangley puts his one leg up on a log, hand over his eyes.
His eye kind of... like it's just in focus. Okay, this D&D Beyond dice roller is taking about 4 hours to roll a single dice.
Yeah, it's a little slow today for some reason.
I got a 13.
13? Okay.
For all future rolls, I will just use my d20s.
Oh, yeah. Why is that?
For this roll, I will use my d20.
That sounds
That's
good.
A 14 plus 5. That's a 19.
Okay. It finally came up. But yeah, okay. So 19. Got it. Okay. Yeah, I could see it thinking in the game log. It's just like, I'm good. Okay, perfect.
Also think it may have tried to tank your internet for a second because you were a bit of a slideshow while it was thinking about rolling that die.
Oh, weird.
All the computers are turning against us.
Great. No, please.
You. Not
Yeah,
allowed.
pricing is finally
Lots of paying for you
happening.
yet. Oh, that's not
Put
true.
it
I'm
together with
you.
my own two hands. It's not allowed.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. So looking around, there is movement up in the treetops. You can see. Clangley can see. Claire, you kind of keep looking at Spicy. Spicy from the very base of their kind of fiery quills starts to turn blue. And they're getting uncomfortably warm in your hand.
That would be a problem if I could be, feel burning.
Well, ceramics, so you probably have a real high heat tolerance.
You probably
yeah.
do, but Spicy is magically fire, so it would still hurt you.
Oh yeah, no, I don't doubt that it could damage me, but she's not really perceiving
Okay,
it
but
as a
you're
human
not.
would.
And it's not. it would be uncomfortable, but it is not doing damage yet. But Clangley, looking up, you can see movement in the upper tree, like in the tree line once again.
Can I figure out why Spicy is turning blue?
Sure, give me an Arcana check.
I'm very good at Arcana. I like that. 14.
Okay. Spicy's a magical being, and you think that the magic of this kind of residuum field or whatever this is interacting with them in that way. It is making them more powerful.
Interesting. So I'll be like, huh. And then she'll kind of like take one of her little fingers and start like poking around in between the quills to try and see more of the turning blue.
Okay, yeah. And you can see it's kind of very slowly spreading up to the tips of Spicy.
Should we get Spicy out of there?
Hmm?
Should we get Spicy out of there? Is something bad happening to him?
Does he appear like he's hurting?
He doesn't seem like bothered by it particularly.
Clara will be Clangley has also alerted Clara to the fact that like, oh, this might be bad. Instead of just like fascinating. She's like, Wynne, he's turning blue.
Oh, different.
Yeah. I think it's magic. This doesn't. I mean, you know him better than I do. Does he look like he's hurting? Just gonna hold him out.
Wynne will like just. Cause how far did they get it in there?
They're a distance enough that it is hard. It is difficult to see Spicy.
Get the binoculars.
They're like 30, 40 feet away, and Spicy's, pretty small.
Yeah, did we bring binoculars? Can I look through them?
Sure, yeah. You have like a telescope or something. Yeah. Looking through. Spicy seems content. Physically they are certainly changing, but does not seem bothered. They're not like moping or anything.
They seem okay. She'll call back and she'll be like, you can give him belly rubs if you want.
I turn Spicy over and I look at his belly.
He has he has like a... I'm trying to remember let me look at the art. Okay, yeah, so he has like an orangish belly. And yeah, that's still orange. It's mostly the top that's kind of changing to blue.
Huh. Claire will start poking around in his belly.
Okay, yeah.
She's not necessarily rubbing him, but she's just poking.
His legs start going.
What does Clangley see in the treetops?
So looking at the treetops, kind of focusing your eye, going back and forth, it's not Queen Zap Zaps, that's for sure. You actually think, and Wynne saw this last episode. The moss that kind of overtakes trees, you can see that it does look like there's one tree that just kind of is being overtaken by this green moss fungus. And it's kind of coming down the trunk at an alarming rate for moss. It's kind of one of those things. It's like watching moss grow. It's just like it shouldn't be visibly growing.
Huh.
Did Claire and Clangley feel any distinct physical differences?
At this point, you've been in here for like 10, 15 minutes. You feel good. Like you just had a nice cup of coffee.
Oh, that joint hasn't loosened in years. Probably should replace it. I feel strangely normal. I see what those other Warforged were talking about. This is actually quite pleasant.
This is weird. I'm not used to this.
Just take it in. We know that out to about an hour or so, the effects are mostly positive. If we start showing any sort of signs of degradation of some sort, we can always just leave. Now, the thing of the treetops. Sorry, was it moving or?
I mean, it's yeah, it's moving. It's growing down. Like the moss is growing down rapidly.
I'm wondering if we should be concerned about that.
Hmm? Ah!
Yes, that is quite abnormal.
Is it angry? Why would moss be angry? I don't... What?
I'd like to make an Arcana check on the moss if possible.
Sure.
I would also like to do that.
Sure.
Cut to Wynne and Issabel playing chess.
We'll try to make this quick. 21.
Wynne is losing badly. Well, she is.
Dirty 20.
Wynne is smart.
Okay, so sorry, what were those numbers again?
Dirty 20.
Dirty 20?
21.
21. Okay. Yeah, okay, so it's... You think it's probably much like how Spicy is reacting. A magical creature kind of being amped up by this. There's perhaps some sort of creature on this planet that's this kind of sentient moss. Rapid growing, quick action moss. And
Action, instant moss, just out of Iridescent danger glade.
yeah, it's never been easier. Chia.
Oh boy.
So you think it's something like that. Like something about this glade is clearly making this moss perhaps more aggressive in addition to being more potent.
Sentient moss. Cool. Okay.
So perhaps this is not quite so safe as we initially thought. Doesn't seem to be harming us, at the very least.
Clara's gonna put Spicy on her shoulder. She's like, I'm sorry, I'm gonna put you. That's okay. And then she's gonna dig around in her little satchel and she's gonna pull out some of the bones.
Okay.
Because she absolutely brought some of them with her.
Okay.
She's like, she wanted to see what would happen if they brought the bones back to the Danger Glade.
Okay, yeah. So now, rooting around in there, pulling them out, putting them in your hand, they do kind of vibrate.
Ah. Wow. Interesting. She's going to start, she's going to take out, a little tool and start, kind of scratching the surface, chipping away to get, towards the center, towards the marrow.
Okay. Yeah, so you keep going. You brought little bones, so I assume. Yeah, and you can see that there is no marrow in there. That's whatever. It's gone. Something has happened to it. But all the way down the bone is this iridescent residuum material. It's not material.
Has that increased anymore? Or is it the same ratio?
It's the same ratio. It's just kind of...
Okay.
Now
reacting?
It's reacting again. It's like... I'm trying to think. Yeah, it's almost like it's got like a slight charge going through it. Like you finished the circuit. It's not painful or anything. It's just it's humming.
Claire is going to put the bones away and start noting every single observation in her notebook.
Yes, and Clangley... Claire, do you have a beaker of some kind or something I could use to perhaps...
She's already handing you one.
Yes, to take a sample of that moss would be an important thing to have back in the lab.
She also hands you like a tiny little pair of scissors.
That will do, thank you very much. And Clangley will try to carefully take a sample of the moss.
Hold on just 1 second.
Preferably if there's like a loose piece, because I don't think it's a good idea to piss off a sentient moss.
Don't know until you try.
Yeah.
Get ready, Paulette. This could be a strange encounter.
Sorry, I'm getting some
we're
weird.
a bit of a slideshow on stream.
Getting weird.
Who's the slideshow?
OBS.
All
Us.
of us
Everybody.
just stream.
Getting weird OBS readings.
I wasn't sure if
Whoa.
Comes and goes with the video. Ugh. This has not happened in a long time. And you all are... I guess
Your internet doing?
I haven't had any problems today.
Oh. I mean, I'm still trying to log on to D&D Beyond.
I closed all my windows. I was doing something with D&D Beyond, but I closed all of them or except for Wynne's character sheet. According to my internet test, it's very fast, so... Crap.
Welcome to the secret slideshow. It's so fun.
I hate when this happens.
You have unlocked the Laughing Dragon in behind the scenes slideshow.
Sorry, everyone. Yeah, it buffers occasionally fully gives me an error, which I presumed it was my side, and then comes back. Weird. You've been good for a bit now. Okay, it does seem like it's adjusting itself, and it's been less choppy on my end. Let's hope that was it. If not, watch the VOD on YouTube. Hopefully it'll get a little better. Because short of stopping and adjusting settings... And again, these are the normal settings that we haven't had a problem with in I don't remember how long, so...
Who's your internet provider again?
Xfinity.
Okay. Slight issues, but no outages.
Okay. Oh, why? Is Verizon being weird or something again? Did someone slice a cable somewhere?
I forgot about that happened.
But there's a little yellow blip on the outage map.
Okay.
It's not a red blip. It is a yellow one.
Okay. That might be affecting us indirectly if Twitch servers are affected or something like that. I know how the internet works. Okay. Oh, my Soup says my internet is too fast. That makes sense, right?
Just can't keep up.
I'm outrunning everybody.
It's trying to slow down to give everyone a chance to catch up, and it's doing too good of a job at it.
Isn't that the worst? Okay. So Clangley, you go up to the kind of quick growing moss, which is continuing to come down one of these trees. And you want to try and scoop a little bit into a beaker or a vial, without pissing it off, doing it deftly. So can I get a sleight of hand check, please?
I'm great at sleight of hand, guys.
I thought you would be very dexterous.
No, I got a 7.
Okay.
No, wait, I got a 6. I have a -1.
A 6? Oh, -1. Okay.
I mean, in total, I got a 6.
Okay.
We're gonna fight some moss.
So
Sorry,
You
guys.
just kind of hear a click on top of your hat. You look up. Paulette's pilot light's gone on for her flamethrower.
I was gonna say the chain gun just starts spinning. Okay. Hold on a second. How long has it been like that? Hold, please. Where's the tech difficulties thing?
The weirdness of this planet is just attacking the stream right now.
Yeah, what the heck? Okay. Let's mute. Great.
Said you did update, and that's causing the problems, or you didn't. And
Oh,
that's
yeah,
causing
well,
the
yeah, it
problems.
could be either way. Okay. So the moss jumps onto you, Clangley. What are you made of?
I am made of.
The sternest
that's a good
stuff.
question. Various alloys. I would assume mostly enchanted ferrous metals. And probably a little bit of mithril.
Okay.
I don't imagine there's much wood in his construction, just because he's fairly advanced model.
Sure.
He's replaced all his parts a bunch of times.
And
Brass.
and Claire is ceramic mostly, right?
Her outer shell is mostly ceramic, but her inner skeleton is just made out of the most magic conductive metals you can find.
Okay,
So,
so
probably a little bit of mithril, maybe some like copper and brass in there as well.
okay.
We don't
Mostly
know where we
brass and
found
iron,
chthonic
predominantly.
steel. We thought we left all that in Pathfinder, but wouldn't you know it, Claire has some.
I'm into it. Just any fake fantasy metal, give it to me.
Oh yeah, just stick it in there. Probably does something.
Yeah, it's like never mind.
That's gonna become my favorite out of context quote on this stream ever.
Don't worry about it. I didn't mean it badly, probably.
Steel and brass.
Okay, yeah. So no metal. No wood. No wood. Sorry.
No
No.
wood.
Well, that's good for you.
No metal. All glass.
Just
Good thing you
most
punch
breakable,
things, glass is
shatterable.
So you kind of you're just not quite as slippy, or as dexterous as you want. You slip a little bit, and you cut off just a big chunk of it. It still goes into the beaker. You can cap it very quickly, but it clearly senses this kind of aggression, and it starts to reach towards you, but it kind of, as it gets close to you, it's like, ugh. Like, it doesn't like that you're made of metal. So it kind of falls and just hits the ground around you and starts going around you.
Like to casually step away from it and tell Claire what is going on.
Okay.
Yes, there appears to be some kind of moss. I may have angered it, and it now is moving. In a rather suspicious fashion, I might add.
Claire is going to stride over to the moss, and she's going to test what it does around her.
Oh dear.
Okay, yeah. So similarly, it kind of, as you approach, it kind of goes almost like kind of moves like a wave to kind of go up towards your feet. And again, sensing that you're not kind of wood or earth, it it hits the ground again and starts to surround you. What are dirt? Let me specify dirt, because I know ceramics are like clay and shit, but you also have presumably some kind of glaze. You're glazed to ceramics, I do assume.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, so.
And enchanted with necromantic magic,
Yeah.
magic like all the hell.
You're not a tree. It wants a tree.
Claire's gonna pick up a stick and like stick it in there.
Okay, yeah. So as soon as the stick touches it, anything that's around you kind of reflexes back and subsumes the stick.
A theory requires substantial evidence. She picks up another stick and sticks it in there.
Yeah, same thing. It kind of
Enrage it.
Say that again, Dan.
You're going to enrage it.
It kind of slams the stick to the other stick. Like even if you didn't put them close together, it like clumps them together, almost like it wants to build a tree.
Claire sticks another stick in there.
Okay, yeah, it just keeps
going to feed it.
Do we really want it getting any bigger? I need you to think critically about this.
Wynne and Issabel, you can just see, kind of like a million ants basically flooding down this thing, just green moss. And now Claire is just keep poking it, picking up sticks and just feeding them to this thing.
All the while she's shouting at Clangley that she needs a substantial sample size.
I guess the scientific method. The most formal version of look around and find out.
Now that's the quote of the episode. Oh.
Yeah, she has got into a mode of like she's not really caring about whether or not this thing is going to attack her. She just wants to make sure that she absolutely understands what and why it's doing this.
Yep.
And for that, she needs a substantial sample size. 3 is good, 5 is better. She sticks another stick in there.
Yeah, I mean, it keeps doing it.
She is also furiously scribbling. I don't know, she's like, and a 4, same reaction. No, that kind of thing.
Mm-hmm. Perfect. Yeah, it's not, because you're not wood, it's not acting aggressively towards either of you. But it's certainly some sort of creature. It's not just a plant. It has some level of intelligence, even if it is reactive.
Clangley, do you have the sample of moss?
Right here in this weird beaker. Does any of it
Claire-
clump to Clangley, by the way?
Does any of it, say that again?
I just don't want any of it to stick to Clangley.
Nope. No, it's created a little circle around you, and if you like step out of it, it will fill in the circle, and then if you kind of get further away from it, it won't like go terribly far. Wherever you are, it creates a little circle around you, but it doesn't
like me.
It doesn't like you because you're not wood, or yeah, like earth, grass, a plant of some kind.
Carbon based. I'm not. Well,
Yeah,
I mean, I guess
you're metal.
a little bit
And it's not, it's not that mold or moss can't grow on metal. It's just, why would it want to? It's not as good.
Exactly. Well, this appears to be some sort of metal.
Clara's gonna take one of the bones she has and stick it near the moss.
Ooh, okay.
I don't know if that's such a good idea.
It has a similar reaction. So it has a just now. Why? What are you doing? It has a similar reaction to you, how it's reacting to you. It encircles the bone. It doesn't want to touch it.
Must replicate this experiment with a non-residuized bone.
You do have
She sticks.
A little beaker full.
Yeah. She's going to take the sample from Clangley, stick everything in the box back in her pack, and just keep, finish scribbling off her notes and be like, all right, what now?
Well, I believe...
What happens when you give the Necromancer a cup of coffee?
I was afraid...
Are we feeling any different?
I was afraid Claire was going to pull out a non-residuum bone. I have these.
She didn't bring any with her, unfortunately. But she'll come across some eventually.
What did you say, Dan? I'm sorry.
Is there anything else that we, any other stuff around here that we need to... do we feel any different after spending even more time here?
So spending even more time here, this whole experimentation, it's been over half an hour. You both are now under the effect of a bless spell.
Ooh.
I like that.
Rules.
For how long?
While you are in the Glade, indefinitely. Once you leave, it will be dependent on how long you've been in the Glade.
This place rules?
So I will tell you, once you leave, I'll let you know the duration.
Hard to disagree.
Just...
Look, I think it rules, but you can have your opinion if you want to.
I'll change my opinion when I won't explode if I walk in.
It's never hurt me personally.
Oh, you might melt explode, okay?
Only if you're in there for a while. Connie Redshirt was an elf, so they were taller than you, but so who knows how it would affect. Maybe it's height based, I don't know. Marty in chat says, see, feed it a couple interns. Give it its pet moth a bone.
Oh my god.
When you're here, your family.
Wait, so does the moss turn the wood and such? Does it transform it?
I think it just eats it.
It's just eating it basically. So if you would like to cut away from the tree at all, if you look under, it's basically rotting the tree.
Claire is very interested now, even more excited by the idea that this thing has a what is the word? Decomposing effect on organic matter.
Exactly that. It's got like a necrotic or decomposing touch to it.
She is now attempting to get more samples of the moss.
Okay, yeah. Sleight of hand check.
Right, I think I am slightly better at this. Yeah, I'm not bad. Yeah, that's a 19.
Yeah.
Oh, you're bless, remember.
And bless. So
oh, hey.
D4.
Yeah, let's see. D4. Boop. 22.
Excellent. Yeah, so you very expertly and deftly, it's a little easier now that it's kind of come down onto the ground as well. You can scoop as much as you want into as many different beakers as you'd like.
She gets enough for at least 10 different experiments.
Okay. Just a lot. Okay.
And she's neatly and labeling each one. She's we're going to use this one on non-residuized bones. We're going to use this one on certain flesh samples. We're going to use it
Okay, so Claire starts taking notes and documenting her finds. Wynne and Issabel, can I get a perception check, please?
First of all, how's our chess game going?
Can I get... Whew. Okay. What kind of player are you, Issa?
She's probably studied a lot, so she's a very academic type of player. Like, she knows strategies by name.
Okay. And Wynne, what type of player are you?
I mean, Wynn's pretty smart, but she's not like particularly book smart. So she's very impatient and will just like if she sees a good move, she'll probably make it and don't care about like what happens in the next 3 turns. She's not planning that far ahead.
Okay, so you're like very intuitive. Okay, so Issabel, can I get either a history or arcana check? And Wynne, can I get a survival check?
Okay. You're gonna have to look up my survival for me.
Of course.
I rolled an 11.
And you add 4
I rolled
to
a
it.
14.
So Wynne got a 15.
Ooh.
So it's really close. And Wynne makes a move, and you're just kind of staring at the board, Issa, and you're just kind of like, shit, like, that's check. Like, and you just kind of like, you're like, no, like, I was doing it right.
Ah.
And it's not checkmate, but it is check for now. So, my brother is very into chess, and he and I play, and I am a Wynne versus he is he tries and teaches me moves, and I'm just like, I'm not going to remember this. Absolutely.
Oh, that's
not.
absolutely been happening.
Yeah. It's well, you see, I did the French Open or whatever, and it's just like, I'm not going to remember whatever you're saying. I appreciate that you're trying to teach me. I'm not going to remember. That's just not how my brain works. Okay. Can I get perception checks, please?
Ooh.
No, you may not.
No.
Nope.
And
I don't like the sounds that are coming from either of you.
yeah.
I thought
I
I had
rolled-
a chance because I was with the person who has a decent survival check, but no. I rolled a 4. I had nothing
I rolled
to it.
Ooh.
I rolled a 6.
Okay, well, Wynne adds 2 to it.
She's really into our chess game.
Yeah.
Apparently.
Okay. Well, neither of you notice then the very large,
Horrible monster that eats us.
very large raccoon who has a hat shimmy their way down the tree, and they get like she gets like right up onto your game, and is kind of like steepling her little people fingers before you kind of notice like, oh, she's right here. Like, it's just kind of feel her presence before you see her even. Like, she's just wide-eyed looking at you, Wynne and Issabel.
Well,
Oh, hello. How you doing?
It picks up one of the like defeated pieces on the side, and it just kind of starts playing with it in its hands. Queen Zap Zap Zap, good. What am friends doing? Kind of points.
Oh, they're studying the Glade.
Just, why go in there?
They want to see what's in there, like how it works.
Oh, why?
It kind of makes them stronger, it seems like.
That weird.
It is weird. That's why we're trying to figure out what's happening.
Only makes King Moss stronger, usually. Everything else get eat.
Oh, King Moss?
King Moss. And very big, eats things that live on ground.
Oh, dear.
That's terrible, Marty.
Marty, stop.
What did he say?
Marty in
I can't
chat.
see chat.
Marty in chat said,
While you went to parties, I was studying the Glade.
"Wow, okay." So sorry. Queen Zap Zap says, "It feed it only bigger." Puts down the pawn. It's just like pawn not good.
Oh, yeah, you really don't eat that. You play it. Do you know how to play chess?
Oh my god, are you gonna teach us Raccoon to play chess?
Yes.
Yes, we are. We're going to teach this raccoon to play chess.
Oh,
No, you
good.
teach.
This is
Yeah.
gonna require one hell of a handle animal check, I can tell.
All right, I'll teach this raccoon how to play chess.
Yeah, give me an
Let's
animal.
do it.
Let's roll a die, and I'll tell you what your animal handling is. It's +2.
Forget
Thank
one
you, Andy.
hell of an animal handling check. This is the only animal handling check that has ever mattered.
Well, it's not going to work out because I rolled a 7.
Okay, so you get a 9. Yeah. Look, Queen Zap Zaps isn't like they do not have the ability to comprehend this. It is just way too far. Like, they have an intelligence of like 4 or whatever the minimum for speak with animals is. It's they can communicate. They're not going to remember the rules to a complicated game. Maybe checkers.
I mean, that's fair. I can barely remember the rules to chess.
Yeah, like it's a lot of intricate pieces, and then there's like en passat and castling, and they're just not going to remember any of that. I don't remember what en passat is. I know it's a thing.
Well,
Not a common
no,
thing.
I'm not going to explain.
No,
I'm not
it's
going to
not.
explain off
It's-
stream. I swear I'd never do that again.
Not with that attitude. You could maybe try again later, but it's not clicking.
I'll make a checkers board for you. A little easier to play.
Yeah, you think she might be able to get that since it is only kind of they can only move one way. Although I don't know if raccoons are colorblind or not.
Greatest like arc ever, I think, for anything, like any piece of fictional media.
Teaching a giant raccoon how to play chess.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Raccoons are colorblind.
Well, you can put different pictures on them. Like,
There you go. Yeah, if you make the colors distinct enough, they should be able to tell the difference.
Yeah, just make one really bright and one really dark. They should be able to tell the
High
difference.
contrast on the board and have
Mhm.
each color of checker be a different shape.
Also, what poor schmuck of a scientist was the one who had to prove that raccoons were colorblind?
I will say it says they're thought to be colorblind, so scientists are just like, I don't know. I guess they don't know what purple is.
probably.
I ain't touching that.
Marty in chat. This is what D&D is for. This is what Gary Gygax wanted.
We can successfully teach this raccoon how to play chess. We've just won D&D for all time.
Exactly.
I don't give a shit what Gary Gygax wanted.
Same though.
This is what I do with his game.
Okay, so Queen Zap Zaps kind of gives up at some point and then just stares into the glade again.
I'm sure they're fine.
Well, they haven't screamed in terror yet, so...
Yeah, can we look back? Are they doing fine?
Yeah. At this point, they're still.
Oh,
Oh, there it
that
is.
one.
Oh, we're not doing fine now.
I'm mute. You can never do that. Okay. Yeah, so looking into the glade itself, Claire is labeling her samples still and has thrown a bunch of sticks. Clangley is continuing to kind of investigate, moving away from the moss.
Queen Zap Zap said that Moss was a king. Treat him with proper reverence.
Oh dear, I may have clipped part of the king off.
Good.
Oh, you make hat for king?
No.
No, we just took a piece of him.
Oh, to eat?
Sort of, to study.
While you look at for a long time.
Studying is like eating with your brain. So your brain gets stronger.
Just galaxy brain moment for Queen Zap Zap. She understands chess now, actually.
I did it!
She went up a whole intelligence point.
Yeah. Just, she stews on that for a while. Like, yeah.
Now have an int modifier of -2 instead of -3.
Probably more like -3 instead of -4. I don't think Anna.
Well, hold on, because they have to be a certain level of smart for Wynne to talk to them.
I think it's 3. At least it was 3 in 3X. I don't know about 5th.
Jeez, that's a racial thing. Let's see. You can communicate simple ideas. Oh yeah, I threw that away. With small, I'm also not doing that. Let me just read what Speak with Animals does. Like I said, if they're generally friendly, I let you talk to them. Speak with Animals is... Oh, there's no limit on Speak with Animals. Okay. One of them has a limit. Because I remember Marty tried to use it at some point on some giant vulture, and it was too dumb. I can't remember what spell it was, though. Command Beast, maybe, or something? I don't know.
There's, like, Beast Bond and
maybe it was
Animal
Beast,
something?
Maybe it was Beast Bond. I'll look it up later. Yeah, so Queen Zap Zaps says, what, you just wait for King Moss? Beast Bond.
More like... Yeah, kinda. So we're not going to go near them. They are, because they don't... King Moss doesn't like them. He doesn't want to eat them.
Oh. Damn lucky. But that not all of King Moss. King Moss not here yet.
Oh.
Where is he?
Poke in your extremities, King Moss. It's no big deal.
Says, lives in trees. And very big.
Bigger than you?
Oh, much bigger than me.
Oh.
Like, it could eat 10 me and not be full.
Oh. And does he usually come here with consistency? Like, all the time?
He says, yeah, this is roughly translates to castle. Like, she doesn't actually say castle, but basically, this is where he lives always.
Huh.
Oh.
All shinies. They his domain.
Oh. Are Claire and Clangley, like, with us right now?
They're close enough that you could call them.
Yeah. Wynn's gonna call them.
Hey guys, it might be time to go.
How do we feel?
Great.
Woohoo!
You've been in here for about an hour. So once you leave, Bless will last for an hour.
Well, I'd say we've done all the experimenting we need to for today.
How is Paulette's battery doing?
Fine. Yeah, fully charged.
So that whole normally it can only last for an hour thing.
Not in the Danger Glade. It's affecting it the
Cool.
same way Warforged batteries are. And Spicy's got like a little Super Saiyan halo going right now. Like it's just like a corona of flame around.
He's like Blue Goku.
Yeah, exactly.
Claire only just
And
now
then
notices
go
that
even
as he's
further
sitting on
beyond.
her shoulder. She'll like look over and be like, "Ah!"
Even making the sound.
No, just it doesn't have eyebrows for some reason. I always hated that one.
Well, it does have eyebrows, but they got all long and spiky and just go back with the hair.
Yeah, there we go. Oh, is that what it is? I thought they had like weird like bumps. It just didn't make any sense. All their other hair turned gold. Why didn't their eyebrows turn? It's only like 3. I've never watched Super. I've only ever seen original Dragon Ball Z.
Yeah, I never watched that far.
Kids today don't know how good they have it with all their anime. We had like 4.
We had like 4, and it was impossible to find official dubs for them. You had to find fan dubs online, bootlegged sites, uphill in the snow both ways.
Yeah. Download a picture off LimeWire if you're lucky. Claire and Clangley, Wynne and Issabel are kind of like, yeah, probably come back.
He's like, "Oh, okay." And she'll just start like speed walking out.
All right, then. I think that's enough adventure for one day. This moss is starting to creep me out.
It's also apparently much bigger.
What?
Well, according to our raccoon friend, which is a sentence I just said,
Raccoon waves.
it's a small part of
Good.
a much larger king moss.
Uh,
Much larger king moss.
Are we talking like Mayo something network all the way around this tree canopy?
Yes.
Oh dear.
Yes.
I'm not a fan of the phrase king.
Well,
Yes.
we have a piece of the king that we can poke and prod all we need to, and if it comes back, we know that we need to destroy it immediately so it doesn't return.
How is the moss reacting to being outside the danger glade?
Oh, yeah, as soon as you get it outside the Danger Glade, you can feel it press against the beakers and try and, like, rejoin the mass. You can hear a bunch of trees groaning. About 5 or 6 trees are covered in moss.
Time
They
to run.
rip themselves out of the earth. And like giant legs kind of start stalking towards you very quickly.
I'm going to throw the beaker with the moss in it back into the iridescent danger glade.
Okay.
My samples!
Nope, no samples, time to run.
Hard to study when you're dead and stay that way.
Zap kind of claps and then immediately like just beeline, just up a tree. Bye. Kind of halfway up the tree, she's like, peace.
There, I understand.
Yeah. So as you kind of throw it, the beaker kind of gets shattered, and the moss kind of basically flies through the air, leaches back onto the the big tree legs, and what looks like a T-Rex head out of moss kind of lowers itself from the canopy line and roars, kind of spitting all of these mushrooms and moss bits, kind of flopping onto the ground. It seems mad. You would describe its posture as threatening.
How fast is it?
Oh, it's fast.
Oh boy. Do we got to roll for initiative?
Yes, unless someone else is going to do something, but otherwise we're going to fight it. Or if your plan is to just book it, you can just try and book it, but it might catch you.
I like the plan of try to book it.
Me too.
I also like the plan of trying to run away.
Okay, what's everyone's speed? I'll check Wynne's for her.
I think it's 25 feet.
It is 25. You have
30.
short legs. Goblins have 30? Good for them.
Can I pick up Wynne and just run?
How
Is that an option?
How strong are you?
My strength score is 14, and I am literally made of metal.
That's pretty good. Wynne's also remarkably strong.
She's pretty buff.
Yeah. Okay. Everyone give me Constitution checks.
Don't like that answer. Because my dice hasn't rolled above a 5 today.
Oh.
You get a +2 to yours, Wynne.
So that's a dirty 20 for Wynne.
Nice.
I got a 9.
9, okay.
13.
13, okay.
14.
14, okay.
Wait a second.
So,
Bless.
oh, you both have blessed.
We have
You
blessed.
do indeed.
So that's an 11.
Okay.
16.
Okay. So 20, 16, 14, 11. Okay.
I like to have the character with the slowest speed is the one who's probably going to carry this.
Yeah, so before you all start booking it, Wynne has a bit of a head start, and as an outdoorsy type, has kind of the best kind of like distance running in her, maybe. So it's just like, yeah, this isn't that bad. I've done hikes worse than this, and you're just booking it. Like she's, so you all eventually start to catch up, but she just has a better pace than you all. Claire's doing okay. However, Clangley and Issabel are flagging a little bit. This is hard.
So, can I put Spicy into battle mode?
Sure.
Is he still glowing blue?
Yes, he still has the little super hedgehog Corona aura thing.
How have we not made any Sonic jokes yet?
I was about to.
He's
I have
supersonic.
been trying to think of some, but like
Thank you.
can't find the Chaos Emeralds for this joke, I guess.
So I was thinking Spicy would like sort of jump off of Claire's shoulder, roll, and enter like the little blue flame starts rolling with him, and he enters like battle mode, and he looks a lot like Sonic this time.
Okay, yeah, perfect. Sorry, Marty's like, what? This thing has a battle mode? Yeah.
I'd say he can't hold on much longer, but he'll never let go.
Yeah, she uses wild shapes to create a combat-capable Spicy. I think we're technically playing it wrong. I don't think Spicy's supposed to be around normally, but it's too cute and fun. So,
and I think it can do like a ranged attack.
Yeah, so
for Spicy.
Starts spinning. So yeah, you wanted to attack it? Is that what you said?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, so go ahead and give me a roll, and I'll tell you what.
That's a 10.
10. let's see. Plus your spell attack. Let me get my monster stats up. Oh, really? Do I have to try and spell Tyrannosaurus?
Is you have spell it in Google and have spell correct fix it for you.
Okay, that is a hit. So it does actions.
I think it's like a D6 of damage, or
Yeah, D6 plus 2 fire damage.
so that's 4 damage.
Okay. It.
Did we roll initiative?
No, not yet.
No.
Don't like the yet.
The
Oh boy.
the king moss kind of recoils because it's been hit by fire. It clearly does not care for that. And spicy because he's still like extra spicy. It's ghost pepper spicy. It shoots like a bigger gout of flame than normal, and it burns like a big hole in the moss king, the king moss's kind of snarling jawed head, which it quickly consumes with moss. But you can see the moss does pull itself up from one of the legs. Like it only has so much, so it's kind of pulling it from other parts to continue to maintain its snarling form. So it takes a decent amount of damage. Everybody roll initiative.
Oh boy.
And when you get to add nothing to it.
Yeah, that's a natural 22. Boom.
Oh boy.
9.
9. But I have negative dex, so I'm pretty sure you go first.
Yeah, I'm gonna go faster. I'm a Dex character.
I got a dirty 20.
Oh, wow. Okay.
I know.
2 of us
I
are very
know.
up on this, and 2 of us are very
Yeah.
run away.
Okay, so let's see. So... Oh, let me... This thing can't be fast, right? No. Okay. So luckily, Wynne gets to go first.
Oh, I thought Claire was gonna go first because we both rolled 20s.
I thought you said 22. Oh, no, that wouldn't make any sense. You don't add anything to it.
No.
Yeah, so Claire gets to go first.
Okay, I do not have a lot of battle spells prepared, but I do have cantrips. And I imagine that this thing probably doesn't like ice a whole lot, so I'm gonna cast Chill Touch on it. Do. Spell attack. That's an 8.
Chill touch might be necrotic damage.
Don't...
Oh, it is necrotic damage. Either way, I imagine it does not like it.
Let's see. You did... did you add your spell attack to it?
I
bless.
did. I rolled a 3.
And
All I
bless. Yeah, you...
That's a 9.
Okay, yeah, no. I was going to say, you can just hit it if you roll real good on blast, but okay. Okay. So you throw the skeletal hand at it, and it just kind of... It like before with the bones, it's just kind of like, I don't care about this at all.
It like whizzes past.
Yeah, just... I know like Chill Touch is like you summon this hand and it kind of... but I always like to think of it as you get like a literal skeleton hand in your hand and you just throw it. Like, ah! And it's just this hand that goes whizzing by. Like it's...
Pocket hand!
Yeah. So, yeah, Claire summons this like an absolute like panic. Like just like and just whoop. It's like, oh, come on. And she's just gonna book it in the opposite direction.
Okay, yeah, so crap. So Serpentine. So just kind of breaking off and running away. Wynne.
Yeah. So Spicy's already in battle mode, right?
Correct.
Okay. I think Wynne's gonna stop and just turn around and cast. Cause how far away is it?
It's pretty close to you. It's
Okay.
are you burning hands? You want to burning hands it?
Yeah, burning
you
hands
totally
it.
can.
Burn it.
Okay. So let's see. It has to make a save. Your spell save is 12. It rolls a 9 and adds nothing to it. Because it's a giant dinosaur made of trees.
And how?
What
damage am I rolling for?
It does 3d6 fire damage.
Aw, yeah. Give me those D6s. That's 10 points of damage.
Okay. It does more than 10 because it does not like the fire. So once again, you kind of unleash this cone of fire from your hands, and it eats away at this moss, and so much so that it has to pull up enough moss from one of the tree legs that the tree just kind of falls and hits the ground, shaking everything around slightly, very loud and audibly hurtful. But it kind of then it wobbles, and it's clearly off balance, and you think it's definitely a lot slower than it was before. It kind of whimpers and whines, but then it is very aggressively kind of chomping at everyone again. So Issabel.
So, Isa is going to grab Paulette off of her shoulder, throw it kind of in Wynne's direction, just so it's closer, and Paulette's going to shoot some fucking fire at this thing.
Yeah.
I would like it to make a dex save.
Oh, it's established. It's very good at those, and it has disadvantage.
I'm sure it's even better at them without all that extra weight of another leg.
That indeed gives it disadvantage, and it rolls a 10.
Cool. It's taken 2d8 of fire damage. That's 13 points of fire damage.
Ooh.
And that's my bonus action.
What?
I would also like to shoot it with my gun.
What? Yep. It's bloodied. Or sappied, I
I'm
guess.
probably going to miss. In 11?
And 11 is a miss. Just barely.
Rolled a 5.
Yeah. Still, pretty good turn. And once again, the moss kind of redistributing. It's now kind of on like 3 of the trunk legs. It's actually a little more stable now. It's kind of created like a little tripod. And it is Clangley's turn.
Clangley's fist is going to start like spinning rapidly, and as it spins and as he runs up to the creature, green fire is going to start like seeping out between the fingers. And Clangley is going to cast Green Flame Blade. Green Flame Blade.
Green Flame Punch.
Basically, he's using
Flame
fire.
Fist.
Clangley punch.
Now, I do need to clarify, how many creatures are here? It's just one very big creature?
It's technically just one very big creature. It's sort of a swarm, but it has one intelligence. It's one big creature.
Green Flame Blade requires, in order to do the fire damage, it has to basically jump to another creature that is nearby. If this is a swarm, for the purposes of Green Flame Blade, does that also work?
Different creature of your choice.
The answer is no, that's fine. Still gonna do it because it looks cool.
Oh, totally. I feel like in the past I let this work, so I'm gonna let you do it.
Awesome. I'd roll the nat 1, so no, I know.
Oh, okay. Bless isn't gonna help with that.
We're having some good dice.
Sorry, bud.
This one goes away for now, and this one comes back.
Okay. Well, it looked cool, and that is what is important. Yeah, you kind of just bring back, and your fist kind of hits a part of the trunk, and it moves all of the moss away from it, so kind of just slam into it. The fire kind of just washes over the trunk, and you pull back, and all of the moss reassembles around. So let's see. The Moss King gets to go. King Moss.
Don't like that.
It's going to make a tail attack, or a trunk attack against Clangley.
Here.
16 to hit Clangley?
No.
No? Okay, perfect. So it brings back the trunk that you just hit and takes a swing at you, and putting your arms up, you just resist it slamming against you. And it's going to try and bite Wynne.
What I did.
But you threw fire at it. Ooh.
I mean, yeah.
Technically. Let's see. Your armor class is, oh boy, 11. So that is a hit.
Ow.
You have 24 hit points. Let's see.
Can't use mending on people.
You have 24 hit points. It does 16 piercing damage.
Oh no!
Shit!
Or bludgeoning damage. Sorry, but 16.
Ow.
So it slams its big head into you, kind of trying to eat you, and it's just like it spits you back out because you're not the kind of food it wants. It's just, you're not quite right.
God, that porridge not hot enough for you or something? Jeez.
Let's see. From behind all of you, Queen Zapsaps swings down from one of the trees, kind of holding onto it with her back legs, and she puts her hands to her crown and shoots a lightning bolt out across, and the Moss King kind of dodges it a little bit, but it still strikes. He made a save, but he's going to take some damage from it.
Hail to the queen.
I'm really glad we gave that raccoon a lightning helmet.
And a chess lesson.
Yeah.
To me, my explorers. Claire, it is your turn.
Okay, so I do not have my book with me, and Roll20 does not want to pull up the spell for me. Could someone look up Ray of Sickness and what that does?
Sure.
My books are all the way over there.
I shouldn't have closed his stats to do it. Here we go. Let's see. Action. A ray of sickening greenish energy lashes out toward a creature within range. Make a ranged spell attack against the target. On a hit, the target takes 2d8 poison damage. and must make a Constitution saving throw. On a failed save, it is poisoned.
Do I think that this thing can be poisoned?
Hold, please. I'm going to look up a different plant monster and see what it says about them.
Really, can't everything be poisoned if depending on how you look at it?
And certainly
Can everything
magically.
be poisoned, providing it is convenient for us for it to be poisoned.
You think, based on your studies of it before, you rolled pretty high on your Arcana check, you think it can be poisoned.
All right, I hurl a ray of sickness at this thing.
Okay.
At this point, Claire's just lobbing spells. God! Does a 12 hit?
A 12 is the Moss King's armor class.
Okay, good. Because I rolled a 5, but I get +5 spell attack, and I rolled a 2 on bless. So... Alright. Please, can I get some high numbers on these d8s? No.
Having a good dice day.
Do I add anything to that, or is it just the 2d8 straight?
It's just 2d8.
Okay, so that's 6.
Yes.
And it has to make a Constitution saving throw.
It will fail its Constitution saving throw.
So it is now poisoned.
So it is poisoned, which means what? Let's see. Disadvantage on attacks. And ability checks, but not saves. I guess that's fair. Okay. Wynne, it is your turn.
Is spicy? Oh, when I attack with spicy, is that a action or a bonus action?
That's a great question. Let's take a look. In combat, the spirit shares your initiative count, but it takes its turn immediately after yours. The only
Okay.
But you have to spend a bonus action on your turn to... Why didn't they just say that? Why does it need... Okay, that's fine. You use your bonus action to command it.
Okay. So I will command Spicy to attack, and then I will cure wounds myself.
Okay. Okay, perfect.
I'll do it.
Mhm.
I'll do that like level 1.
Okay.
So that's how many d4s?
Let's see. Cure wounds at first level is 1d8 plus 2.
Ah. So that's 4 points back to me.
Okay.
Hooray. And then, yeah, Spicy is going to immediately, like, injure this thing again.
Oh, yeah.
I'm going to shoot fire at it. He rolled an 11.
Did you didn't add?
No, I just rolled 11 on the die.
Okay, you rolled an 11 on the die. Okay, so that's a hit.
Yeah.
Because you
Yay.
add 4, and he does 1d6 plus 2.
Ooh, and I rolled a 4, so that's 6 points of damage.
Excellent. And it's going to do even more because...
Super Saiyan Spicy.
Super Saiyan Spicy, and the thing's vulnerable to fire damage. So let's see.
Super spicy.
Okay. That was Wynne. So Issa.
Paulette's gonna kind of like crab walk sideways until it's between Wynne and King Moss. Then
Okay.
kind of like stand up a little bit. Head is gonna spin 180, and it's going to put out just sort of a weird sort of like pulse of energy, and it's going to give Wynne 2d8 hit plus 2 temporary hit points.
Ooh.
It's 5, 11, 13 temporary HP. and I am going to shoot at it with my gun again.
Okay.
The 17.
That's a hit.
Oh, how much does my gun hurt again? Gun is my favorite magic spell, I think. Unless I roll a 3. That's 7 points of damage.
Okay. Not looking good for the king. Clangley.
Okie dokie. Clangley's going to do a thing this time, hopefully.
I believe in the power of Clangley.
How much for the punch? Okay, nope. I rolled a 2 this time. That's a slight improvement.
Yeah.
Like 2 plus 2 plus 2 plus 6, so that's 8. Okay, so 9.
Okay. I was going to say, technically it is possible, but okay. So Clangley once again tries to punch and it just deflects off. This thing's made of tree. It's hard to punch trees, it turns out.
Yeah,
It's
very.
on the Minecraft planet, it seems.
Yeah.
You can punch a train, but you can't punch a tree.
Think about it.
Yeah.
Okay. It at this point, it's the trees. The remaining trunks kind of fall and hit the ground, and it crashes down, and it's just a head at this point, and it just kind of looks. It doesn't really have eyes, but it kind of gestures at you, and then it just starts going backwards. Like, so it's still facing you all as this big, moss T-Rex head, but it starts backing up into the danger glade. Like, nope, clearly not worth it.
Can I chill touch it again?
Yeah, everyone can take
fire at it.
Everyone can take a swing at it. Clangley gets an attack of opportunity.
Yay. Okay, I got a 14 plus 6 plus whatever I got on blast. Doesn't matter. I'm pretty sure that hits.
I got a 22.
Make
think
me
spicy
another
looks-
check save.
Oh, lovely. So this time for my damage, I rolled a 2. Plus 4, plus, I think my spellcasting modifier and fire damage. So 6 thunder damage, actually,
Okay.
and 3 fire damage.
Okay.
4 necrotic damage on top of that.
Okay.
Wynne didn't do it, but Spicy took a hit, and he rolled a 16,
Okay.
and he rolled a 6 on his damage die.
Okay. This thing's dead, by the way. It died, I think, with Clangley's hit, but let's see how much damage we can pull onto this thing.
Hell yeah.
And what were you doing, Issa?
Make me a dex save.
Dex save.
It's just a head.
11.
It is.
Oh, disadvantage even. 11.
Cool. It's gonna take 2d8 more fire.
Okay.
That's 9 more fire damage.
Okay. So
Plus, I could also shoot it with my gun again if I want to, which I want to.
Yeah. So the Avengers, everybody just piles onto this thing. It's just a necrotic hand. Clangley punches it. It kind of explodes as fire gouts at it. A gun shoots it. The Spicy spits like a blue flame at it. Just
It's like all out of. If you've ever played Persona, it's like all out of.
yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's some Final Fantasy combo attack.
Yeah. Afterwards, Clangley poses, and it's just like adventure.
Hail to the king.
Now that it's
Hail to
dead,
the
Claire
fire.
is just working on taking twice as many samples.
Okay, yeah. Just now that it's
Perfectly reasonable.
does it still do anything?
Although I think we may have destroyed.
I mean, it's dead now.
Yeah, no, you're gonna have to do a bunch of experiments on it. Which we'll
We
talk.
may have destroyed a lot of the ecosystem, but hey, we survived, and now we know what the Iridescent Danger Glade's all about.
Well, was what it was all about.
Actually, Claire has now taken a sample of the king and is like legging it back to the danger glade to see what happens if she puts it back in.
Claire.
Claire,
You,
Claire, you're gonna resurrect it.
I will say, and Claire can see that the danger glade is still iridescent, so that didn't go away with the king. But yeah, do people stop Claire? Does Claire listen?
Bonus action dash, get in front of her and just no. We have had enough excitement for one day. You can resurrect your moss dinosaur tomorrow.
You promise?
Maybe.
I'll take it.
Okay.
All sorts of experiments tonight, Claire, but just
She takes 2 more samples.
Just refilling.
An all-you-can sample buffet.
She also takes like a whole bunch of the wood that this thing was made out of.
Oh, sure. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, and all of that is because it was in the danger glade. It's bits of it are still iridescent, but because of the way it kind of ate and decayed them, a lot of it is kind of this gross, rotten tree kind of in the core, and that doesn't seem to retain any of the iridescence, but any of the bits of bark that it didn't eat away at are iridescent. So Claire can collect a bunch of samples, and you all can head back to camp. And that is where we will end the episode for tonight. So we'll be back in 2 weeks. But outros and plugs. Clangley. Or Dan.
I'm Dangly. No, wait, that's already a word. Hi. We good. We happy. We're in a good place right now. We just defeated the Iridescent Danger Glade asterisk. I'd like to plug playing D&D with your friends, not believing nonsense conspiracies you see on the internet, and I don't know, growing a mustache for Movember. That's what I did.
2 out of 5 people on this stream have a mustache.
For now.
Ooh.
That number
you
can
never know.
increase or decrease.
Is that a threat?
Mira's
I'm gonna drive halfway across the country just to forcibly shave just your mustache.
I don't have an Amish beard then. That's what I had in high school.
Oof.
Yeah. Liz.
Hi. I'm Liz. I will also plug playing D&D with your friends. I will also plug keeping your electronics relatively up to date, as my computer still won't log on to D&D Beyond after at least 4 tries. That's fun.
Yeah, that's a bummer. Although maybe also D&D Beyond was just being weird today. It did take a long time for Dan's diary.
No,
Oh, but I know you were having.
I can't log on
problems.
to
anything.
mail.
Okay, yeah. Okay. Well.
I can't get onto my mail.
Sorry. I once worked for a guy who brought his laptop in to me, and he said, "Make this work again," and it was 20 years old, and I was like. He's like, I just wanted to use the internet. And I was like, the internet is too advanced for this.
There's beans in it.
Yeah, it's got 12 bits of memory. It's got nothing. It's like megabits. It's terrible.
You showed it the concept of a modern web browser this computer would overload and burst into a ball of flame.
Mira.
Hi, I'm Mira. It is now my goal to grow a mustache by painstakingly taping individual pieces of my hair to my upper lip for every day of November.
Okay.
Please,
You gotta do it one
Forward
at
to
a time,
seeing your
though.
progress.
please don't.
Just don't use hot glue.
Sounds very painful.
30 little
Don't
hairs.
use hot glue. Super glue.
Catch me at the next stream with half a mustache.
Just the left side.
Yeah.
Yeah, not evenly distributed, just one side at a time.
Yeah,
Just
don't start
like
with
a
the middle.
loading bar. It'll progressively get bigger. I'm sorry, that's the stupidest joke we've told on the stream so far.
So far.
Yeah, we still got like what, 2 minutes left?
We still have 2 minutes.
I would also like to plug getting D&D with your friends. If you have small children, the vaccine is now becoming available to them, so get your small children vaccinated, please.
It's 5 to 11. Do it.
Mm-hmm. Be safe. Please wear masks. Be nice to each other. Yeah. Trans lives matter always. I just feel particularly strong about that today.
Appreciate it.
Yeah, Jay.
Shoutouts to still having unpacked boxes, but a couple unpacked ones. Those ones still packed. Those ones aren't. Yeah. Play a game with your friends.
You're not gonna make a play for the stupidest joke.
I'm trying, but I'm really not coming up with it. I think too much pressure. I can't perform.
Yeah, it's gotta be organic.
A snake walks into a bar, and the bartender says, "Hey, how'd you do that?" That's my play for the stupidest joke.
We have a winner!
A gorilla walks into a bar. The bartender screams and runs for his life.
Great game.
Walking
everybody.
Phoenix walks into a bar.
He says, "Ow." The play a game with your friends. Oh, go ahead.
Wait, oh god, I can't remember the actor's name. It's the actor who plays Lightning McQueen, and I can't remember his name.
Owen Wilson.
Owen Wilson?
Owen Wilson.
There we go.
Wow,
Yeah, Owen Wilson walks to a bar and he says, "Wow."
This is what it's like to watch your favorite stream just lose its intelligence. All the brain cells have given out today.
We are. Queen Zap Zap took our collective intelligence score.
She is currently in charge of the brain cell, yes. We lent her the brain cell in hopes that she would use it to learn how to play chess, and she has not given it back.
I need it back. I gotta write an essay after this.
Yeah, I have a quiz tomorrow.
Marty in chat has added 2 guys walk into a bar. You figured the second one would have seen it coming. So even chat is contributing to the stupidest joke we could tell.
How many therapists does it take to change a light bulb? 1, but the light bulb has to really want to change.
Obviously come here for all of your stupid joke
The
needs.
best, most intelligent jokes.
Play games with your friends. Be kind to each other. Wear a mask. Get a booster. Get your kids a shot if you can. The world's a hard place. Try and make it better for someone else. Don't be a dick. Next week is Werewolf the Apocalypse. Speaking of Trans Lives Matter / oops, all lesbians. I mean, I'm sorry. Yes, all lesbians.
Intentional
All lesbians. And Wednesday is Star Chasers. Join us, won't you? Give us a like and a subscribe if you care to. And if you don't...
If you like the stupid jokes.
Please. This could
There
not be a
will be
recurring
more of
feature.
them.
I don't remember anymore. Well, I'll have to look them up. Have a good night, everybody. No, not the tech issues button.